two things we need are base AI pawn and then one of our behavior trees. We need to create an interface. I'm calling mine combat interface. We need to open it and assign it a function name. I will do bot melee attack. And then go back to our AI pawn, go to class settings and add the combat interface. And then we need to call on the event that we just created, bot melee attack. From there we are going to play a montage and grab our mesh. And we're going to play the melee montage. I'm doing a play rate of 1.5. And then from here we need to execute a function. So the function, we're going to add a bot melee function. And here I am doing a capsule trace by channel. And our trace channel is going to be melee. And then I will get the instigator and grab the root component and duplicate that. From the top, we're going to get world location and plug that into a select. And then we will get the actor location and change the index to a boolean. And then plug that into our start. And then the bottom one, we will do the forward vector and multiply that by a float. And the float we're going to promote to a local variable. And I'll call this melee range. And we'll set the range. I'll do 150. And from there we need to add this vector to vector. And we're adding this into our select, and then put this into the end. From here we're going to check is valid, and we're going to look for a component by class, and we're going to get our health component. Split the struct pin and plug this into our hit actor, and then if it's valid we're going to apply damage. Our damage actor is going to be the actor that we hit. Our base damage, I'm selecting 100, so it kills in one hit, and knife is the damage cause type. The event instigator, we will get the controller from the pawn, get a reference to self, and then we will plug self into the damage causer. And then this is optional, but I'm going to do the client play hit marker sound, so you get the hit marker sound when the impact occurs. Go back to event graph, and then we're going to execute our function of bot melee. And if you go up to on death, there is a delay right here. If you keep this delay, your AI pawn can still do a melee attack within 3 seconds after they die if you are like on top of their body. So I simply delete that to get rid of that problem. And then we go into our behavior tree, and this is the part where they fire the shooting. So I'm disconnecting that because I'm not going to have my AI shooting right now. I'm only focusing on the melee. And what we need to do is we need to add a new task. So do your blueprint base task. And then I'm going to move this and go into your content browser and rename it. I'll just do bot melee attack. Okay. And then if we open it, I'm going to do the event receive execute AI. And from there we need a branch. And we're going to check if the pawn has the interface. And this will be our combat interface. And if they do, we are going to perform the bot melee attack from the combat interface, and our target is going to be our controlled pawn. Then I'm going to add a delay for the same play rate as my montage, and then finish execute, and mark our finish execute as success. And that's it for the task. Okay, now we will implement this into our behavior tree. Okay, now we're going to get a sequence. Okay, and then from our sequence, we're going to add a blueprint or blackboard decorator, and we're going to set as enemy. And then we will add a service, and we're going to do default focus to the enemy. And then from there, we will move to, again, the enemy. And then we will do our melee attack from our task. Then we'll save it. And now when you play, the bots should start killing each other. So then the melee function is working.